Do you need to scale back your workouts, but you're afraid you're going to gain all the weight back? Watch this.
First caller is Andrea from California.
Andrea, how's it going? How can we help you?
Hi. Thanks for having me on. I've been listening to you guys for over 5 years now, and same with Dr. Cabal.
Yeah.
So it was really cool seeing you guys connect and having him on the podcast and doing the hair tissue mineral analysis. So I recently got mine done kind of in almost the same week. So it was really cool hearing him evaluate your guys's. So mine showed that I have a high level of stress. So my calcium magnesium was off the charts high. And it showed that I was in a more of a catabolic state. And they said the term, I'm more in like the exhaustive stage. So adrenals and thyroid aren't the best right now. And so I was kind of wanting your guys' advice of workouts or things to do to support where I'm at while I'm trying to get more testing done.
Are you still running 5 days a week?
This week I stopped.
That's step one.
Yeah, there's the first piece of advice.
First piece of advice.
Yeah. So, and it was really hard. So I ran this morning, but Monday, Tuesday I didn't. So I'm trying to decrease, but I don't know. There's a lot of
just walk.
So a little bit of background too. I was 200 pounds coming out of high school, and I lost 80 of it. And I've kept it off for 10 years. So there's a part of me that's afraid of gaining it back.
Okay. So walk. I mean, you don't have to like all of a sudden go from run. I don't know how long you run, by the way, before.
It's not too much anymore. So 1 to 3 miles, 5 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah. And what is your fear is you'll gain all the weight back. What is your worry about not addressing your exhaustion stage of health?
I just don't feel good.
Yeah.
I've been probably chronically under eating for a long time. And so I know I'm going to have to increase calories. My hair has been brittle and I haven't had a cycle in years.
Yeah. So here I'm not trying to scare you, Andrea, sorry. But
it's okay.
the end result of the exhaustion stage is actually your fear of what's going to happen when you stop running.
No.
Okay. So if you don't want to gain the weight back, you got to take care of your health, not hammering your health until your body breaks down. This is what's going to end up happening. It's already starting to break down based off of what you're telling me. Right. So you got to address your health right now. That's number one. So I would stop running. You can walk. MAPS Anabolic, 2 foundational workouts a week, not 3, would be ideal. And
I'm in the last phase. So should I run it again or?
Yeah, I like MAPS Anabolic. MAPS Performance would be fine too.
Performance would be good.
Yeah, Performance would work fine too.
To do that one.
Yeah, that would work fine too. If you don't have that one, we'll send it to you. But I wouldn't add any additional running at all. And I would slowly increase calories over time. Now, are you working with Dr. Cabral's team at the moment?
Yes. So I did the HTMA testing and I met with a health coach. And so after that call, I ordered the labs for hormone testing as well as Candida because I have a lot of digestion issues too. And so I sent those in on Monday and it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. I would work with his team on the nutrition aspect of it. They're going to be focused on your health and they're going to do a better job than my recommendations are going to be on this podcast. Because I don't have your tests. I'm not able to work with you in person like they are, or should I say, more than just this phone call or this podcast. So I would follow their advice with nutrition. And I'd follow their advice when it comes to how much exercise you can throw at your body. Off the top, I'd say definitely don't run. MAPS Performance could probably be good. I don't know if I'd have you do 3 foundational workouts though. MAPS Performance calls for 3 foundational workouts. I think 2 would be plenty.
With the mobility sessions just as restorative movement for you to just
stay busy. I know like part of it is idle hands and like just being like not knowing what to do, but to actually have activity that's restorative. There's a way to do that that's not super intensive and demanding, that will actually help you recover faster.
Yeah. One of the mistakes we sometimes make, or I should say sometimes, most of the time, is that we prioritize things above our health. And what ends up happening is over time, our health suffers. And then whatever we prioritized above our health actually goes out the window too, right? So your fear is gaining the weight back. And so what you've done is you've compromised your health in order to maintain this weight loss, but your health is starting to rebel, right? It's starting to go in the opposite direction. And at some point you'll lose your health and you're going to get all that stuff that you feared coming back to the point where it's going to be far worse than it was before because you're going to be in a really bad situation. So you absolutely have to prioritize your health no matter what your goal is, even if you don't care about your health and you just want to keep the weight off.
What's your sleep look like?
Like this.
6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. They're probably going to coach you to really focus on getting 8. That's what I'm going to assume. But since you're working with their team, they're really going to be able to help guide you in the right direction with that. They do a really good job.
And then do you ever do anything like kind of restorative yoga, or do you ever do walks? Like, are you ever doing anything that's like real low, mild intensity meditation, anything like that?
First thing in the morning, I always am reading my Bible and walking at the same time.
Perfect.
And so I'm already have that walking practice, but I kind of just started this new protocol and kind of figuring it all out this week.
Okay.
So I don't have anything in place like that yet.
I mean, that's good. That's a good place to start. And then when you get into performance, you're going to have these mobility days. I think those will be great for you. It'll keep you moving. But it's more restorative.
How long are they usually?
What, 20 minutes you said?
20, 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're on the right track, Andrea. Do you have Maps Performance, by the way? Because we'll send that to you if you don't.
I don't.
All right. We'll shoot that over to you. And you're on the right track. And I totally understand your apprehensions. You're going to be changing directions. And, for 10 years, you've kept that weight off. And the fear is, oh my God, it's going to come back because I'm changing things. But you are changing things in the right direction. And what's going to happen is you're going to be far better off than you are right now.
You're in great hands.
You're not going to get worse.
You're in great hands too.
What?
You're in great hands too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Cabral is one of the best.
And I think I needed to hear that. I kind of knew that I needed to cut those things out and really focus on my health, but I don't know. Sometimes you just need to hear it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Boy, how many people are out there that are so focused on the appearance aspect or the insecurity fear, right? This was me for a long time. How many people are in that position and they compromise their health, and then it gets to the point where they're forced. They're forced to face the health issues because when that
isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
It's actually going in completely opposite direction. That's a hard pill to swallow.
You can only redline for so long,
Yeah.
And then things start to break down. So
yeah, and I'm glad we're leaving a lot of nutrition over because they're obviously taking care of that. For me personally, like listening to that, being in a catabolic state, I was like, yeah, I've been cutting breakfast for so long. Like, I didn't even realize, like, you just don't realize you get into these habits and routines of things that are working for you at the time, but don't realize, down the road, again, this isn't benefiting me anymore. My body's reacting accordingly. So it's good to do these tests to really highlight those.
Yeah,
things.
it reminds me, it's like you're driving and then you get like one red light comes on the dash and you're like, it sounds okay, I'll keep going. And then another red light comes on the dash.
Right.
You're listening.
The idiot lights. Like, you gotta pay attention.
And then you're listening, you're like, I hear a little knocking. Let's just turn up the radio. And then you keep going.
I'll wait for a couple more paychecks.
Yeah. And eventually it's just ka-ka-ka, like,
exactly.
You got to trash your car, dude. You could have spent $1,000 bucks.
Sure,
You got to spend
save money.
10,000.
Yeah.
Exactly.